Hi, Mrs. Gamze Turan. Thank you for your time for us. Could you please introduce yourself for the audience?
Sure. Hello, Seyma. It was nice to meet you, with pleasure, and for your exciting project, European project. So, if I introduce myself, I am Associate Professor Dr. Gamze Turan. I work for Ege University, Fisheries Faculty, Aquaculture Department. And I have 2 degrees. One is aquaculture engineer, and the second is pharmacist. I am also a pharmacist. And more recently, I am right now in Brazil, working for Ege University, which is a Federal University of Rio Grande, and as a visiting researcher or professor, I am working. And here I have project which is supported by the university. But we have recently 2 European projects, which are Astral and Aquavita. So they are, we are focusing on IMTA systems, and I am responsible of macroalgae cultivation part for this project.
Okay. I would like to ask you some questions about our project and the IMTA systems. First of all, you have the experience on seaweed species, production of seaweed species, as far as I know. And what kinds of seaweed studies are you involved in before?
Well, especially since 2000, I have been working with seaweed species and for their cultivation protocols. They are like, it includes onshore or offshore cultivation of macroalgae, including IMTA systems, and also their cultivation in land-based systems like in the raceways or in the tanks. And also I am concentrating on their cultivation in life cycle, from the spore, sporophyte cultivation or gametophyte cultivation of seaweeds. So mostly, like in general, the seaweeds, they are divided by 3 main groups, like green macroalgae or green seaweeds, red algae, and brown algae. So I have been involving in all, especially the economic seaweed species, like ulva, gracilaria, or Petalonia, like brown seaweeds. I am involving.
Okay. I would like to ask you about your opinion about the IMTA systems and the usage of seaweed species in these systems. What are the benefits of seaweeds in those kinds of systems to the environment and also for the producers?
Yes, and the thing is, seaweed cultivation in the IMTA system is the most, I think, important part, And when you are, we call like multi-trophic systems, so you have like fish or shrimp, and then you have bivalves like oysters or mussels, and then macroalgae. These are the basic main components. Yes. But if you look at recent studies, you can see there are more organisms, aquatic organisms. They are involved in the systems. And Right now, for example, in 20 years ago, we were more concentrated on just fish like bivalves and macroalgae, but right now we are concentrating on 10 different maybe species. So algae is, I think, macroalgae or seaweed is the most important component. Is a kind of, because they are the main group, especially reduce or use the dissolved nutrients.
Yeah.
The other components, they can eat the particles or some detritus or waste product, but the algae is the main group, use the dissolved components in the marine environment.
Yes. So if I understand right, you have mentioned a great potential of the seaweed usage in the IMTA systems,
Yes,
and the aquaponics also.
Yes, yes, definitely. And because right now, you know, especially those days, they are considered by important organizations like FAO, you know,
Yeah.
and they are the most sustainable, like environmentally and economically most sustainable, most innovative systems.
Yes, yes. Okay. What do you see as the main challenges to progressing IMTA systems in aquaculture? Do you believe that there is a great potential on these kinds of systems integrated with the smart systems?
Yes, there is a big potential for IMTA system, you know, and if you look at, for example, if you look at the projects, you can see they are more supporting the farmers or like researchers if they work on IMTA system. So because it is more environmentally friendly system, so this is very important for public, you know, for everybody.
Yeah.
And of course there are many challenges, you know, like the other part of aquaculture systems, but I think also farmers, everybody is aware of the benefits of this system, IMTA system. But maybe here, for example, for Turkey, our government, maybe they should give more support, like financial support or other supports to the farmers or who are interested in to cultivate or maybe change their system from monoculture to multi-trophic aquaculture systems. They can give some support. And of course, there are like other challenges, like if you are, because it is going to be, it must be large scale aquaculture systems. So, and for example, for your project, you did your studies on offshore system.
Yes.
So, you know, so there are many challenges there, you know, environmentally, and maybe you need better technology to set up your system. You know, I think these are the main issues, you know, main challenges. So, like economically, environmentally challenges. So, but there are, you know, people, we are, for example, academicians, we are working on this, and there are many groups, they are trying to get over these challenges. And I think our government also very supportive about this system, right? Because they understood the benefits, you know, of the system. When we were talking about the main challenges, one of them, for example, when you are cultivating different organisms, they should have markets, for example. You know, this is one of the challenges. Or maybe you are planning to use one species. For example, it doesn't have big market, but here maybe government or any other related like ecosystem offices, they should give some support, you know. They can say they are like eco service products. You know, seaweeds, they have market already. So there, in Turkey and also in abroad. So there is a big market, and most of the market, when we look at when we look at FAO, what FAO states, for example, according to the FAO statistics, right now almost 30 million tons of seaweeds they are produced, and most of them, this production is coming from aquaculture, 95%, 97%. And it is like, it has a value, like yearly value is like 10 billion euro. So if you look at the statistics, you can see the other graphs. It says like the produced seaweeds, they are mostly used by like by food companies, like for consumption, as a food, you know, for human food, or they are used by pharmaceutical companies. Because these seaweeds, they have very important characteristics, like especially we call like picocolloid or hydrocolloid, and it is actually, they are polysaccharides. So they have these important molecules. So they have high usage, you know, very large usage, especially in pharmaceuticals. Especially they are like gelling. You can find them in the gelling agents, like so, especially in the shampoos or lotions. They have high usage, you know, intense usage. And also pharmaceutical, as a pharmaceutical, also they have, they took attention, they got attention, especially they have important bioactive molecules. They act like antiviral agents or antibacterial agents, even anti-aging agents. So cosmetic parts also, they like to use this important seaweed.
Is there any legislation correlated with the seaweed productions in offshore systems in a manner of the food quality or pharmacy quality? Do you see any benefits to producing these kinds of seaweeds in the offshore systems with the integrated aquaculture products?
The thing, for example, for pharmaceuticals, if you are planning to sell your product to any pharmaceuticals, they pay attention couple of things. For example, about the species. The species should be determined, so maybe we need some DNA analysis. Before in the articles, for example, when we are publishing any paper, we were just checking the seaweed taxonomically, so we have botanical books. We were taking samples, checking their cell structure and everything, and we were determining, or we were saying, this is this species. But now it is not enough, especially for ulva species. For example, here we isolated 6 different ulva species, but we will do also some molecular analysis. Because pharmaceutical companies, they want to be sure about the species, and after they want some standard. If you can prove, okay, their composition, they can change because you grow them in the environment. So everything changes with temperature or nutrient level and everything. But they want to see like minimum, maximum range. Okay. And also there is a regulation in Europe. So also we follow European regulation. Since we are associated country, and it was published in 2020. And it is, let me see what is its number. It is called CEN EN. It is like 17399, and which is about algae and algal product standards. So if you just search in the Google, if you just say EU standards for algae and algal product standards, you can find it. And this is the standard especially for producers. If they have algae, or if they are planning to produce, seaweed or any algae, which standard, which protocols they should take, especially for different industries. The other thing, pharmacy sector, they can require. Depends on the how you are going to market your product to the pharmacy sector. So, for example, if you are planning to sell it as a dry seaweed, for example, not the extract, maybe they can ask you to produce the seaweed by following GMP standards, so this can be, because this is, when I read some papers, because these are the things they require from other plants, like terrestrial, like medical plants. Especially they want the production part should be in GMP standard. So, so at the end of 2 years, you can give them, okay, in this thing, in this system, I can produce this seaweed with this range. These are the documents. These are the data about it. It's about everything.
Everything.
So this is, you can take a look.
Okay, I will, because we were searching about the legislation status, policy issues about the seaweeds and IMTA products. But this is the new publication, I guess, because we don't realize about that.
Yes, it is new. And so there you can find all the details.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you
for
for that.
cultivation and also the other process, because it says algae and algal products.
Algal products.
You
Like
know,
that.
so from the species through the cultivation method and the end product also.
Okay. Okay.
You can find. You
It
can follow.
seems it's very detailed. Okay, when we're coming into the labels about the products, do you think that there is a advantage for the customers, eco-labeled or IMTA labeled products? Do you think that there is a potential of kinds of labeling for eco-sensitive production methodology?
Sure, definitely. And, you know, if you are, you know, when you watch TV or social media, you can see the customers or consumers, you know, they are looking for, they are more aware of this, you know, environmental issues, especially this global warming and everything. So people, they are more aware of the problems, you know. And so when you look at the market or something, they are looking for like organic products or eco-friendly products. So I think this labeling, also it is going to be good for the farmers. So, so it is going to be, you are going to add extra value to your product, you know. You are producing like fish, and you are producing mussels and like seaweed. And when you put extra label to your product, it's going to be also good for you too, for the companies and for the people also, because they are looking for. Yeah. And before we were not reading what we are consuming or something, but now people, they are more concerned about their health, and also they concerned about the environmental problems. So yeah. I think it's going to be, it should be this eco-labeling or IMTA labeling issue. And I think there is some samples also in Canada about this. They already, so maybe you can contact or you can check the issues. There are companies, they are producing IMTA products with this labeling. And I am sure you can also find this labeling issue in this EU standard on algae and algal products.
Okay, okay, thank you. When we are coming to the last question of my mind, what do you think about the future of aquaculture and in Turkey, starting with in Turkey and going with Europe? What do you think about it?
Yeah, IMTA and seaweed, you know, it has high potential. And if I talk about little bit Turkey, kind of concentrate on, like Turkey is very rich about seaweed species. Like we have over 1,000 seaweed species. And most of the seaweed species, you can see they are producing for this, you know, seaweed aquaculture system. You can find them in Turkey. So we are very rich about the species, you know, or species level. And also, you know, Turkey is very lucky country, you know. We have long coastlines, and so we can use this coastline for cultivating all seaweed. And with IMTA system in offshore or onshore system or on the coastline also. And I published a book chapter. It was, I think, it was 2010, and I wanted to show the potential of seaweed aquaculture. And from this paper, according to the calculation, for example, China is the big producer right now, and they kind of produce 115. Let me see. It is yes, 115 tons dry seaweed per kilometer.
Oh.
So yes. So, but the thing is, we can do this too because we have all the sources. And also, you know, the weather in Turkey is very good for cultivation of seaweed. And when I kind of make, when I use this like formula, because we have 8,300 something kilometers, you know, coastline.
Yes.
So I said in this paper we can produce 963 tons of dry seaweed per year. And it is kind of half of the production of Earth right now.
Ah, yes.
So of course this is like optimistic. Kind of nobody use other than seaweed macroalgae. You know, it is like in optimum level, but this is something, you know.
Yes.
So
yes.
we have coastline, we have sunshine all the time, and we have nice weather, and we have all kinds of seaweed species. So in Turkey, there is a big potential to cultivate. In Europe also, they have, and they do lots of research about seaweed macroalgae with IMTA. And I told you I am already in 2 EU projects. And main concern of Europe is somehow, also we need to think about this. Their main concern is production cost of seaweed in Europe. It is very high. It is like 40 euros. Yes. So most of the studies right now, they are concentrate on reducing the cost. So this is maybe one of the challenge for IMTA, you know, and for IMTA we need to think everything, you know, the balance of the species, balance economically, you know. So we need to consider about this. And like when we talk about this economic thing, so Turkey can be a good place. You know, we can produce seaweed also at economic rate, less than 40 euros per kilogram. Like I am sure we can produce like around 10 euros.
Oh, great.
So maybe we can concentrate on this. So this is one of the challenges also.
Okay, great. We get lots of information from you and from your experience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your...
You're welcome. You are welcome anytime. And I wish you good luck, all of you. And you did very good job. And I am hoping your studies, your efforts, they are going to continue, and which is important. And for example, you are as a sector, and I am sure that you have partners like from universities, And these are very important because we need to work together.